Today we're going to do some artwork looking at the theme of coral and deep underneath the water, the bottom of the sea. What a beautiful world it is. So we've looked at the art of the artist Natalie Wong, and she did some beautiful paper cut collage work where she stuck down bits of paper. But first of all, let's get rid of the white paper and just give a really interesting background. So what are the colours of the sea? The sea is sometimes deep green or blue. So just get the side of your pencil, holding it almost flat towards the paper, so big surface area, side of the pencil, and just shade going across your paper. Push down harder and softer so get some dark and light shades of the blue, the deep blue, and then we're going to go over and blend. So we're going to put some green in there as well. So getting rid of that white background and just making it a bit more interesting. I've just done mine going across like that, we call it vertical. If you wanted, you could do some little waves and things like that and make it quite interesting. Just get rid of the white paper. Now, you should have a whole range of different paper like this that you can cut out. If you don't, if you've lost it or whatever, you can make very interesting work just using plain paper and colouring it in and all sorts of things as well. So, in the slides we've shown you, you'd seen there's all sorts of different shapes and patterns you can get for the coral. Let's start off with a circular one. I know a good way to do this is if you pinch it and fold it, cut it roughly into a square, and then pinch it and fold it again. So I've folded it twice, and now I'm going to cut like quarter of a circle going in and out like this around the edge. One more time. Okay, and I'm going to open that up, and there you go, there's one layer of the coral I could put at the bottom, and then you could get a different colour and cut it a little bit smaller this time, and again, so you pinched it once, pinch it again, and same thing but smaller, cut it going in, out, in, out, in, out. Open it up, so I've got the same thing but a bit smaller there. I'm going to put that on top. Definitely need a glue stick for this, so a bit of glue in the middle. Just stick that down, glue underneath that, and you're starting to build up the layers like this amazing artist Natalie Wong. I'm going to put mine in the middle there. You could also do some straight curly coral, so we could just get a pair of scissors, and you can actually just draw with your scissors like this. You don't have to over plan everything. You can be quite experimental. So I'm going to do some curly seaweed going along the bottom like this as it's waving in the tide of the water. Curly seaweed coming up like this. And again, grab your glue stick. I'm going to put that one going all the way along the bottom. Okay, now another thing you might want to do is remember that the coral is actually, it's a home, isn't it? It's a home for sea creatures. So maybe you use some black paper or shade in some paper black and then cut some little fish. Again, I like to fold it, and so I can actually do a couple at once. So I'm going to cut out one fish here, like that, and I've doubled up the paper, so when I open it up, I'm going to have two fish instead of one. Now if you want to create a little eye, if you pinch it again like that, and then just snip it, and then open it up, so there you've got a fish with a little eye, and that can be, I made the fish just a dark colour because I want to show off the lovely colours of the coral. Now we've got some pictures on the slides of some coral and what it looks like, but you can, coral comes in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, so you can do all sorts of things. If you have some tissue paper, if you rip a bit off hold it in one hand and then twist it. You can get these exciting shapes that you can glue down. So let me put some glue on that. And I'm going to have that coming underneath the top layer. Again, kind of getting caught in the water. Get another one. So like I said, you take a little strand like that. You could actually twist two colours together. So get a little bit of another colour, hold them at the ends and twist them. You have one colour showing through the other. Bit of glue. Put it down there on the paper. Now the more you do, the more detailed and exciting it's going to get. And like I said, you can use all sorts of colours. You can draw into it with the pencil as well. It doesn't have to all be paper cut. So you might decide actually, with your coloured pencil, you're going to design your own coral kind of coming up, almost like a tree-like shape, aren't they? Some of them are almost like flowers. Some of them look a bit like animals. So I'm going to draw another one here. Now by doing this, I'm starting to get a foreground, so what's at the front, and then a middle ground, some little details there, and then behind it, the background with the fish swimming around in the back of the picture. Now I'm not going to spend any longer on this now. I'm going to stop so you can get on with your lesson. But it's a very quick example of how we can work in the style of Natalie Wong. Hope you enjoy it and we look forward to see what you do. Have a good time.